everybody. This is Nikki from Enerva, and I'm so excited to introduce you today to skin expert Zoe Arscott. So, Zoe, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I am happy to join you from my beautiful island of Jamaica, and we have a lovely day here today. I just want to introduce myself. I'm an aesthetic dermatology technician. I'm also a certified expert, a ZO skin expert, and a health coach.
Awesome. That's so great. Yes, you have. When we met Zoe, we were so thrilled because, I mean, when we say skin expert, Zoe knows her stuff. And so we initially, when we connected with you, we were talking about acne. And one of the things I was hoping we could discuss today is, could we just start by talking about just acne? What are some of the causes? The people that come and see you, help us understand what causes acne.
Okay, so I love skin. Like, it was one of those things that I fell in love with literally at first pop. And we get quite a bit of clients that come in for acne, melasma, any sort of skin disorder. We've covered quite a bit, especially on the aesthetic aspect of it. I own a state-of-the-art, first-class medical spa right here in the island, and we've handpicked the best procedures, we've handpicked the best treatments, the best topicals. And when it comes to acne, it is such a complex disorder of the skin because it can present in several different ways, and it can also be triggered in several different ways, right? What I love about it and what has made me delve a little bit deeper into acne is that we have very complex skin types here in the Caribbean, oily skin types, mixed races, and what we have as a category is the most complex, which is our browner skin types, our skin of color. But we cover all different skin types here. Mm-hmm. Now, the other side of it within the Caribbean is there's high heat and there's high humidity. So this kind of plays a big factor as well into the skin that we tackle. And so therefore we see a lot of acne patients. Quite a bit, I would say a huge percentage of the people that come through my clinic are because they're suffering from some sort of acne related to skin disorder. Mm. Now, acne, it's really a genetic disorder of the skin. So it's in your genes, okay? So
wow.
People that come in, the first thing they have to understand is this is in your DNA. And no one can change your DNA. That's like you coming in, Nikki, and asking me to turn your hair purple. I can do everything I can to bleach it and make it purple, but you're going to come back 1 month later and say, look, Zoe, I asked you to make my hair purple and it's pretty much growing back blonde, right? Means I can't change your DNA.
Yeah.
So the acne is in your gene, but what we do know is that there are triggers to acne. Okay, so acne has several different triggers. It could be hormonal related, it could be stress related, it can be lifestyle dependent, what you're using topically on the skin, as well as what you're eating or ingesting. And then we also know that there's gut imbalance aspect to it as well. But skin is the largest organ. So if there's something happening systematically in the body that's a little bit out of balance, it's going to show on your skin. And that's what I love about the skin, is because it tells me so much of what's happening in and around your body.
Wow. That is exciting. And I can see your passion just for the topic. So, okay, so some of the things you mentioned, like humidity and high heat, can that contribute to acne or outbreak?
So absolutely. There's a few things. When it comes to the scientific name to acne is hyperkeratosis, and that simply means there's a buildup of dead skin cells, and there's it's moving 5 times faster than the normal skin. But what's causing it is that the dead skin cells mixed with a surplus of oil. You have a sebaceous gland that's making a lot of oil, and that's mixing with the dead skin cells. And then we have an acne bacteria. And when you have the genetic predisposition, you have more of this bacteria that loves to feed on the oil. And that's what gets this inflammation, and it creates these, what we call comedones, and the pimples and pustules that you see evident on the skin.
Okay.
When you have high levels of heat and humidity, your skin can typically make more sebum, which is oil. And so this kind of feeds the bacteria some more as well, and it makes this sticky layer kind of stick onto the skin and it festers a little bit more of that murk and gunk that creates this problem.
Okay, that makes sense. So you guys are on an island. You're probably, there's a lot of people that are outside a lot, or at least in the heat a lot. We're not. So I live in Houston. We have extreme heat here. I mean, I think it's 7 months out of the year. It's pretty hot. Very humid in Houston too. So what can we all do, like, just combating that? Like, we also can't change the weather. So how can we deal with heat and humidity to avoid getting that oily sebum and getting the extra outbreak?
Yeah, so the heat and humidity is not what's causing your acne, right? What's causing the acne is several different components. There's the oil, there's the bacteria, there's the inflammation, and then there's the dead skin cells that's clogging the pore, the hair follicle. So what we really, really need to control is what's feeding the bacteria and what's causing the hair follicle to kind of clog up the pore, which is oil. So our number one problem is oil. So what we need to control is that. I can't have much control over the heat and the humidity, but I can control, or I can try to control, your oil production. And so we have different ways of doing that. We can use topicals, and there's also ways that you can control it from what you ingest so that we don't clog the pores. So we know that we can help with the oil production, whether it be stuff like your salicylic acid, which is a very common and popular known thing that's in majority of the acne products. There are benzoyl peroxide, but we know that we have to have some sebum control, which is an oil control proponent.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So, and I was asking that because at first when you said it, I thought, oh man, so do you stay inside a little bit more? But it's more about controlling that sebum production.
Yes.
And the inflammation. So we don't usually, when we try to do videos, I don't usually try to talk about products, but I did want to talk today about the Clear Derm, which was what started our relationship, and find out from you. Could you just talk about, and you don't have to talk just about Clear Derm, but just some of the ingredients that were in this product and ingredients that you look for when you're referring your customers to ingest something that may balance their whatever's going on, on the inside, so their skin looks great on the outside.
So what I love about the skin is the only organ that you can actually treat from both outside as well as the inside. It's the only one. And when we have people come in, that's exactly how we approach it. We're looking at what we consider a 360 approach. What's triggering your acne? It could be hormones, it could be lifestyle, it could be gut imbalance. And at the same time, we put them on a beautiful, effective, scientifically proven skincare regime topically. But to enhance it and build upon it even more, I have to look at what's happening systematically. Okay. So before, when they came in for consults, I would literally give them a shopping list of supplements that they should take to assist our regime so that they would get these beautiful results that they can maintain. Because we can't change your genes, but we want to maintain beautiful skin for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Now, supplements, you can go very harsh with supplements. You can go on a more synthetic route or a prescriptive route. But when you go that route, you're also taking on a lot of complications and a lot of contraindications that can occur. I want to make sure that whatever we put people on, we're supporting their system as best as possible and enhancing it. So I sought out, I wanted to find a good vitamin A supplement. I want to make sure there was a zinc element to it. I want to make sure, if there's vitamin A, is there any liver support to it? And then I do know that a lot of people have a hormonal element to their breakout. So what type of herbs and supplements can I find to support that hormonal and just that pituitary gland and how it controls and balances our hormones? So I did a lot of research, Nikki, and I was looking at supplements all over the globe.
Wow.
And to find that one supplement, because I did have clients coming in over and over and saying, I'm taking these things, but they're just so much. It was like 12 pills for me to get that type of balance. And I would literally write out 10,000 IUs of vitamin A, 30 milligrams of zinc, and try and compile exactly what I needed. So I knew what dosages I wanted, and I knew what elements I wanted. What I needed to find was one tablet that could be much more beneficial for them, that had everything in there that I knew would get the results and support my regime. Because I don't believe that it's just a one-sided thing. I don't just do supplements, and I don't just do topicals. I bring it together because it is an organ, right?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Through the research, I came upon Enerva, which I saw their Clearderm as product, and the product was almost too good to be true. In that it had everything. It had all of the ingredients. It had the vitamin A. And what I love about vitamin A is vitamin A controls our cell turnover. And at the same time, it controls our sebum production, which is oil production, which is the main proponent of acne, right? So we know we need to control oil. So the number one ingredient that I usually look for when it comes to an acne supplement or a multivitamin, as we will call it, because it has multivitals in there for them to support their system. It's a multivitamin, and it's a multivitamin with vitamin A. But then people with acne skin also they usually present with a zinc deficiency.
Okay. What does zinc do?
Zinc. So zinc is incredible for your immunity. So we know that zinc helps with your immunity. We know that zinc helps with just facilitating your repair of the skin.
Okay.
But more importantly, in acne patients, zinc helps to control what we call a DHT, which is a testosterone hormone. And when you're having an over oil production, that means, and this is going a little bit geeky and sciencey on you, but that means that we have high levels of androgens, which is an androgen is like testosterone. That's what controls our oil production. Zinc helps to control this. Zinc brings it back into a better balance. We're not secreting as much DHT. Okay. And that is where zinc is a crucial element for people that suffer from terrible oily skin or acne type skin types.
Oh, interesting. That's amazing.
Yes. And then there's, of course, we're looking at, then you caught my attention because on the hormonal aspects, when I want to kind of balance, I may look into a herb called Vitex or chaste tree berry extract.
Yes.
And your supplement was the first to have that in there, as well as milk thistle and burdock root and all those other herbs. Now, milk thistle I love, especially when you have vitamin A in your supplement, because it helps to support the liver. And that's where vitamin A is broken down. So we want to know that vitamin A is it's a vitamin, but you can't.
Oh no, I lost you.
And it's broken down.
I lost you. I'm sorry. I lost you right after you said that vitamin A is broken down in your liver, and then it skipped that for a little bit.
Yes. So it's broken down in the liver, and because it's stored, we know that you can have an element of pretty much overdosing on it. So we don't want that.
Okay.
So when we have it, and the good thing about Clearderm is it carries a safe, what we call a universal dosage or equivalence that you need for a day. Okay. And at the same time, it supports your liver with beautiful herbs like milk thistle and burdock roots that make sure that the liver is supported and it's enhanced the vitamin A element so that the system itself is now a much healthier system once we're giving it these vitamins, right? Okay. The Vitex was what caught my attention as well, because this is a beautiful herb that helps to balance our hormones. Okay. And so when we incorporate it into this multivitamin, we know that we're tackling quite a bit of things here. The oil production, the hormonal balance, right? And then we're also just getting that lifestyle supplement, beautiful supplements that were naturally sought after and we know that we're getting good quality, that we're bioavailable. Okay.
Nice.
So
Okay.
we got another element. There's so much about the Clearaderm that really caught my attention, but there was also the packaging. So you didn't just stop it at the ingredients. You went further and you made sure that you packaged it in something that made the sustainability of the ingredients there, an amber glass bottle. Then on top of that, you encased this in a beautiful black package to ensure that it was in a dark container. And the thought process that the company put towards everything, yes, I mean, it's a beautiful packaging. I was so happy. No, let me just let all the viewers know, the second we got this in stock and I messaged you in the same day, we were sold out in less than 24 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we sold out. We repurchased right away, and from purchase, we've seen fantastic results in our clients.
Good.
It has really assisted in their skin. Some mind-blowing, because I kid you not, literally I put one person on a skin regime, and our skincare is one of the top skincare regimes in the world. And we paired it with Clearaderm, and she messaged me back in 10 days, and her skin was, I was like, what? I was like, what did I put you on? What was different? And the only thing that was different was Clearaderm. And I was like, my goodness, your skin. And she's just like, I know. Was it supposed to work this fast?
That is fast.
So I was quite impressed at the support and how much the support was to what we have been giving here in office. And then I was also just excited to support the other side of the brand. So my mom got the Inner Radiance. My running partner, I've given her Soul Care just to support us with our UV when we're going running. So the company really, I was impressed with it, and I've been impressed with the results, and I'm quite impressed with the ingredient lineup and how it has not just thrown in what is active for the acne, but also the supportive organs to the skin. So we're getting an overall support, which is fantastic.
That is amazing. I love the way you have a beautiful way of describing how all of this works together, because well, first of all, I think a lot of people forget that your skin is an organ, so it needs to be cared for. And in like you, I didn't even know it's the only organ that can be treated from the inside and the outside. So that's super cool. But just hearing, with skincare, we grow up, at least for me, it was always with skin, like, what are you putting, what cream are you using? Do you use the eye cream? Are you this? Are you this? And never thinking about, oh, I need to put something on the inside to kind of affect how it looks on the outside, which makes sense. When we get sick, our skin can be dull and lackluster, or if people smoke a lot, they may have drier skin, and those are the things on the inside. But you have a beautiful way of talking just about how these ingredients work. So that's amazing.
Thank you.
I know your patients learn a ton from you, and we hope we can chat with you frequently just to learn more about skin. And I was hoping just kind of a send off, and this could be literally any topic. It's May, it's getting hot, whatever. Whatever's happening in the world. But do you have, could you send us off with a skincare tip for May? Something you would tell most people to do?
May is Skin Cancer Awareness Month. So
yes.
Absolutely, I'm going to talk about sunscreen.
Yay.
Sunscreen. Because if anyone walks in, I think it's the most underestimated skincare there is. Right? So when everybody walks into my office, they ask, what should I do before they even get anything? Sunscreen. Sunscreen is it. So protection. We want to protect the skin from all the free radicals. We want to protect it from all the pollution, from even the blue light rays that we're getting from our tablets and cell phones now more than ever in this sensitive period that we're going through. So a good sunblock. One that's going to protect from the UVB, the UVA, the blue lights, the high energy visible light. There's so much out there. So not only just to put on your sunblock, but to reapply your sunblock.
Oh, good. Yes, not just once. That's good. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for just kind of giving a really nice education about what's called, some of the causes and triggers for acne, and then some of the things we can do to make it better. And we hope you'll join us soon. Maybe we can talk about skin cancer and how we can be more careful in the summer.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nikki, for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.